Hey guys, how's it going? So today actually we're gonna be going through this problem. It's called dictionary unique values. Essentially, I feel like this is a very good problem, especially if you're someone who's trying to understand how hash maps works and how you can actually optimize them. So essentially, we're given a dictionary with a key value, so where the key actually is a string and the value is actually a number. So in this dictionary, actually, they are duplicates. So we need to extract unique values from this dictionary. For instance, so let's say we have one here, right? And we have one again, it appeared twice. So essentially, these are duplicates. So we're not supposed to return one at all. So we want only unique values. So in simple terms, if a value occurs more than once, then we don't return it. For instance, 7 also occurred multiple times. Then in this case, 3 occurred once, so they return it. 4 occurred once, then we return it. Pretty straightforward to understand, but now the problem is how do we solve it, right? So one way we can go about it is to kind of like keep track. This is more like a naive solution, right? So the naive or brute force way, it's kind of like keep track of this at items. So we can create a dictionary like so. Can create a dictionary to keep track of the elements which are duplicate. So we can loop from I, right, all the way to n, the length of the dictionary dot items, just so that we can get the key and values. So given the value like so, what we can do is that we can say if the value is in our dictionary, so we can call dictionary kind of like keep track, right? Keep track of duplicates. The reason I'm doing it this way is because when you start to loop through, you don't know if there's a duplicate, right? You don't know if one is a duplicate. You don't know. So for you to know, you have to like kind of like loop through and you get to the next element, and that's when you're gonna know if it's a duplicate or not. Hence here, we keep in track because essentially we're gonna like store all of these numbers, and if they're inside the dictionary, then we know that okay, there's a duplicate inside here. So we kind of like keeping this value. So we're gonna store the number inside here, we're gonna store the number inside the dictionary. If the value is in the dictionary, if we store the value as we're looping through, but if we find it in the dictionary again for the second time, then we're gonna store it in a special array. We're gonna call this the special array, right? So for example, 1 is gonna be stored in here, 7 is gonna be stored in here, etc. Then we create a second for loop, right? Now we know this special array has all the guys that are duplicates, so we know which ones are duplicates. So we're gonna ask ourselves, we're gonna loop into the original dictionary, right? Original dictionary. Then we're gonna ask this time if the value is in the special array, right? If the value is in the special array, if it is, then we pass. Else we add this to our result. We add it to our results because we know that this is the correct guy, right? Makes sense because it's not in this, right? It's not a duplicate, right? Just to iterate, I want you to kind of like have a deep understanding so that when we automate this, you will understand this problem. So we firstly create a dictionary. So we store anything inside here. So as we loop through, we store anything. Then we're going to have a condition. So we can think of here like we just say dict, append, or add this value. It's fine, right? We're adding it into this. But we're going to ask, I think we can actually add it after, but we're going to ask if the value, yes, we can actually add it after. Then we're going to ask if the value is in the dictionary, right? If it is, that means it's a duplicate because that means previously when we were looping through, we added it. So it has to go inside this special array. So we're going to know that this is a duplicate. So I hope that makes sense. Maybe I confused you a little bit, but anyway, how can we optimize this? We can see that this is not efficient at all. Like, this is just a brute force way of doing things, just a quick solution to come up with. So definitely we have O of n space here. We also have O of n space here on the special array. We also have O of n here to loop through. We also have O of n here on this for loop. So just so many O of n's, and yeah, it's not good, right? So now the problem is how can we then come up with a very efficient solution that can work. So one way one can say, or the most efficient solution, is that we can leverage, we can do all of this thing in one for loop. So for instance, we can loop all the way to n dot items, right? So what we can do is that we can have a set to store our results. So we can have a set here, right? So if value is in set, so we're gonna remove it. So remove, right? Remove value, else we add value. Does this make sense? So what happened is that, let's say we have 1, right? It's not in the set, we add it. Yes, we add it, it's fine. We get to another 1, we realize that okay, value is in set, so let's remove 1. So 1 is going to be removed. Remember that a set to remove is of 1, so it's very efficient to work with set. That's why even to check to say if value is in, so this is also of 1, so kind of like lookup is of 1, so it's very efficient to work with set. And set only holds unique values, right? So that's the advantage there. So we get to another value, we say else, maybe we get 7, we're gonna add it here. So but we get another 7, it's gonna hit this condition here, value is inside, so we remove 7, so here we remove it. So this is a very efficient code, because not only we have O of n now, it's kind of like loop through this, and the set is also costing us O of n, and this is the only thing. So the time complex is going to be O of n, and the space is going to be O of n. So it's way too better than this janky that we spoke about here. Anyway, without wasting any time, let's get into the code and see actually how we can code this thing up. Without wasting any time, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say results equals to set, and we're going to say for value, for value in, I'm going to take the dictionary that we're given, I'm going to say dot items, dot values. Actually I don't have to say items, so also this is part of the efficiency, because I'm not accessing the key, so accessing the value. So it's going to be if value in res. So we know that if it's in res set, that means it's a duplicate, right? So let's remove it, we don't want it, we know that it's already a duplicate. So we're gonna say remove remove value, right? So this is good. Then we're gonna say else res dot add value, right? Then we're gonna return results. Oops, I think I kind of like forget to write s here. Yeah, let's check the results and gonna run it again, and it looks like the solution works, right? So I'm just gonna run it to see, and yep, it works. So you passed all the cases. However, I don't think this is a good solution. Even if that's the case, I mean, like, I don't think this solution is robust enough. If we think about it, like literally, if we think about, let's say, let me give you another edge case here. Let me say you have 1, maybe 2, 3, maybe 1, another one here, maybe 5, 6, maybe 7, another one. So if we think about it, we can see that here, essentially we're gonna end up not having correct results, because we're saying that if value is in results, we remove it, else we edit. So 1 here, we're gonna edit because it's not in the results, right? We never edited it, we never saw 1, so we're gonna edit. So 2 here, we never saw it, we're gonna edit. 3 here, we never saw it, we're gonna edit. 1, we did see 1, so we're gonna have to remove it. So yes, value is in results, so we're gonna remove it. Okay, cool. 1 is removed from the results. Okay, cool. Now we go here. 5 we added, 6 we add, 7 we add, we get 1 again. We know that we saw this, but now when we hit this condition, so it's gonna say if value is in res, but we removed it. Remember that here we removed it, so 1 now comes again, we're gonna add it into our result, and which is gonna make it incorrect because we know that 1 is essentially duplicate, right? So the question stated clearly, even the name of the question state that we need unique values. So this solution here won't work in the when we think about having very robust test cases. So how can we then solve this? We can have a dictionary. Definitely we can have a dictionary. This dictionary, we can think of it as it keep track of all the elements, right? It keep track of all the elements, and we just need to ask it if like a value occurred in the dictionary, and that's it. If the value occurred in the dictionary, we remove it from our results, right? Else we just add. Okay, so that's one way we can go about it. But that's like my second solution to kind of like pass this edge case. I hope you guys actually got something out of this. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.